Hey everybody, it's Mike Freer here with On-Call Compliance Solutions, and I'm back with another compliance tip of the week. And welcome to our new series where we're going to revisit all of the CMMC controls so that we can bring you up to date for 2025 and beyond. Now that CMMC is very much real, level 1 and level 2 self-certifications are real, and third-party level 2 certifications are real, it's time to go back and revisit what you really need in terms of solving for these controls. We're starting out this week with DFARS, NIST, and CMMC, solving for AC.L1-3.1.1, controlling system access like a pro. So hey, if you're a defense contractor who is feeling overwhelmed, tired, and alone, trying to understand all of this DFARS, NIST SP.801.171, and CMMC compliance stuff, I've got great news for you. You found your home here at On-Call Compliance Solutions, where we can help you transform into your company's on-call compliance hero. Let's jump into it. So today, we're talking about CMMC Level 1 Control AC.L1-3.1.1, where it all starts, baby, which is all about limiting system access to authorized users, processes acting on behalf of authorized users, and authorized devices. Sounds simple, right? Well, yes and no. Because if it were that easy, I wouldn't be making this video. And you probably wouldn't be watching it trying to figure all this out, right? So, what does this control mean in simple terms? Well, imagine your company's IT system is like a VIP nightclub. You don't want to just anyone waltzing in off the street, grabbing a drink from the bar, your data, and dancing on the tables, messing with your systems. No. You need a bouncer at the front door, checking IDs, making sure only the right people get in, and that's what this control is all about, keeping the party exclusive. Now, to pass a CMMC Level 1 or Level 2 assessment, you need to solve for each assessment objective under AC.L1-3.1.1. So let's break it down step by step. Step 1. Define who gets access, and believe me, some documentation is going to be needed. You need a written access control policy. This document should define who gets access to what and why. Think of it like your club's guest list. Who's on it and what areas they can access. Next, users should have access only to the systems and data necessary for their job functions. Very critical. Remember, people shouldn't have access to CUI if they don't need access to that CUI. Define roles and permissions. Administrators, users, guests, you name it, but put it in writing. Doesn't matter how many roles and how many permissions you have, but you've got to have it in writing, in documentation. It's not good enough to just show an assessor your system and say, yeah, you figure it out. They're going to fail you on that, right? They're looking for written documentation on what are the roles and permissions. Need to revoke someone's access? Well, you're going to have to document that too. You're going to need a process, and you're going to need that process to be documented. This needs to be part of your system security plan so that when an assessor asks, you have the proof that you didn't just make all of this stuff up on the spot. Now, step 2, enforce access control technically. So first part is written, second part is technical. All right, now that you've defined who can enter the VIP lounge, you need some muscle to enforce it. Here's what that looks like. User authentication. Everyone should log in with a unique username and a strong password. No more shared logins. Shared logins are a no-no. Everybody's got to be individually identifiable, and we want to try to eliminate things like admin and password 123. Seriously, if you're still doing that, well, you should probably call us so that we can give you some best practices. Multi-factor authentication, MFA. Well, if possible, add an extra layer of security. A password alone isn't enough these days, and while that's not necessarily made apparent in Control 3.1.1, I will tell you that it's definitely going to get very, very obvious in later controls. Next, and this is so key, this is where a lot of people, especially smaller IT outfits, really get this wrong, and to be honest with you, most IT departments we run into really don't understand this part. You must have devices authenticating or somehow being restricted to what they can access, okay? Only authorized devices should be able to connect to your network. Think of this as a dress code for your VIP club. No proper ID, no entry. Not dressed right, you can't get in. And most importantly, if you're some rogue device over in Russia, you're definitely not getting into my club. That's for sure. So we have to actually have a mechanism, a technical mechanism for making sure that devices that are not authorized can't just connect into our networks. This is a big place that a lot of people fail right on control number 1. How do we do something like that? I'll give you just one small example. Our favorite is Intune. We love Intune. And then we combine Intune with conditional access policies. And we make a conditional access policy in Intune that says if you're not an enrolled device to our organization, then you can't access these resources. It's our favorite way of doing device control, and it's kind of bulletproof. Step 3, monitor and maintain ongoing compliance. Even the best bouncers need to stay on their toes. Regular monitoring and audits will ensure compliance is maintained. Review access logs. Make sure you check who's been coming and going. If someone's been snooping where they shouldn't, well, you need to know that. Periodic user access reviews. Just because someone was on the list last year doesn't mean they should still be in there. Remember, when you're terminating employees, they shouldn't have access anymore, and this is going to be something you're going to have to prove to assessors. Regularly update your access controls and make sure people who shouldn't be accessing things can't. Incident response. If an unauthorized user gets in, what's the plan? You need a plan to react, and quickly. So, couple little final thoughts here. At the end of the day, AC.L1-3.1.1 is one of those foundational controls that seems easy, but can trip you up big time. If you don't have both documentation and technical enforcement in place, the key to passing your CMMC Level 2 assessment is having that balance between policy and real-world implementation. And hey, if all this still feels like a maze of government jargon and cybersecurity headaches to you, you don't have to go at it alone. That's why we're here. Because at On Call, we take defense contractors just like you who've had this DFARS, NIST, CMMC, ITAR, and EAR information security compliance stuff dropped in their laps like a seagull on a sunny day. Ugh, it's kind of soggy. And we teach you how to level up and be a proper on-call compliance hero for your company, eliminating gaps, gray areas, and getting this solved, all while showing you how to leverage compliance as your secret weapon to land more defense work with higher profit margins. Now that's what becoming an on-call compliance hero can do for you. If you're looking for more help getting compliant, our compliance experts are always on call for you. Visit CMMCcompliancesecrets.com, that's CMMCcompliancesecrets.com, or check out the description below for links to get help right now. If you love the content we're putting out here for you, help us out with a big thumbs up on that like button, or even better, yes, smash that subscribe button to get the latest compliance content as soon as our compliance nerds roll it out. Until next compliance tip, my friends, stay safe and secure out there, and hit us in the comments below to let us know what you'd like to know more about when it comes to information security and compliance. And I'll see you on the next one. And oh, by the way, if you haven't smashed that subscribe button by now, smash it right now, because we're going to be going through all of the CMMC controls for level 1 and level 2, and eventually we'll even get to level 3. But I know if you're in the defense industrial base or you're a defense contractor and you're trying to get this stuff figured out and you've been banging your head against the wall forever and you're just now seeing this video trying to figure this stuff out, well, smash the subscribe button, because all the answers, we're going to roll them out right here. And I can't wait to let you be one of the first people to see the videos as soon as we post them, because we're going to be doing it in rapid fashion. All right, I'll see you on the next one.